How does it feel now that you won? How much you worth? How big is your home? How come you won't get a few features? I think you should. How about I don't?
Hey everyone, and welcome to another episode of Let's Talk with Kayla. So, I went to the J.Cole concert on Wednesday and I had the time of my life. He was everything and more. Like, I've never been to a J.Cole concert, and let me tell you, I was completely blown away. I wasn't really sure what I was expecting, but he's one of my favorite rappers and he gave me life. And he also waved at me because I was on the side and I was sitting down there. And when he was walking off, I waved and he waved back and he smiled. And I know it happened and I will continue to say it happened because it did. His new album that is out right now is called KOD, hence why he is on the KOD tour. And he was talking about the different meanings to KOD, and one of those was Kill Our Demons. Now, for me, this hit kind of personal because I was just kind of thinking to myself, what are some things that might be holding me back? What are my own personal demons that might be stopping me from reaching my full potential? And one of those things that I came to realize was giving my time to the wrong people. I do this often, even when I tell myself that I'm not going to do it anymore, I continue to do it. If you're like me, you probably don't even know why that you do it. Some of us just find comfort in having somebody there just to talk to, because we may be afraid that if we don't, we might be lonely. And so some of us just constantly need somebody to just, talk to, message, whatever, even if they're not necessarily good for you. And that's something that I've had to learn several times, because for some reason I just can't keep learning my lesson, but it's also real. I haven't told you guys this, but anything that I talk about, I have most definitely experienced in my life. I'm not just going to sit here and just talk about like stuff that I've never experienced or never went through, because this stuff is real. And if I'm ever going to be able to relate to somebody else and try to help them, I have to be real with myself and others first. So there that is. But yeah, so giving my time to the wrong people is definitely at the top of my list. And this can even be someone who is really close to me. If you even have like a best friend who you know you've been spending a lot of time with, but she may not be necessarily like pushing you to where you need to be, then it might be time to let that person go. And as crazy as that sounds, it happens. I was friends with somebody for basically my whole life, and when we came to college we kind of split ends. And I mean, that's just life. People grow apart for a reason. If they're not helping you reach the next level to where you need to be at, then you need to let them go. My second demon would most definitely be procrastination. Now, if you know me personally, because my closest friends will tell you, I sometimes wait to the last minute to do some things. I'm going to say some because not all things, but some, which is probably not the, smartest thing to do, especially when you're a college student and your time is already pressed as it is. So waiting to the last minute to do things is just going to send you into more stress, and just life is going to like go crazy in a second, especially like if you're in college. And so procrastination would most definitely be my second thing. Because as much as I try to sit down and I try to write papers and I try to read and I try to be proactive, it just never works how I need it to be. And so, yeah, procrastination. So, something else to think about is when you have those long lasting relationships with people, you need to think about your growth, and you need to think about how what level you're trying to reach. And I know that sounds like so cliche, but I'll take me for example. So I am trying to be a lawyer. I'm trying to go to law school. I'm looking at law schools right now. I've been studying for the LSAT, making sure that I have all of my ducks in a row. And so there are some people in my life that aren't on that level of where they don't want to get to the next level, because there are a lot of people who just want to stand still and just stay exactly where they are and not push themselves to grow. And you have to surround yourself with people who want to grow, because if you surround yourself with people who are just standing around you and not wanting to do anything, but they're gonna be with you the whole way, but they're not trying to execute themselves higher and higher and higher, they're just going to hinder you. Yeah, so I just encourage you all to think about your own personal demons. They don't have to be a person, they don't have to be something like food. They can be something as superficial like procrastination, or maybe you take too many naps or something like that. So just think about some things that might not be helping you get to that next level. And something else to think about, it's also really important to surround yourself with people who want to grow and want to see you grow. And if you have to think about whether a person is actually there to help you or hinder you, then they're probably not going to be the best person for you. Because I've stopped a lot of relationships and a lot of friendships because they weren't helping me the way that I needed to be helped. And so you just have to find the right people to be around and all succeed together. So yeah, see y'all later. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe.